Hi, this is the first time I want to show you guys uh, the Sega Saturn version of Street Fighter 2 collection. So because I still don't have a proper gear for recording the gameplay from the original consoles, so I was just holding a camera and directly record the footage from the phone on the phone. So because lacking of some proper gear, I have to mute the TV sound so I can hear myself much more clearly. So this is it. So I would say it looks much better compared to the Sega Dreamcast version and also PlayStation 2 and also the Xbox versions. Thanks to the lacking of the filter, the smoothering filter. So it looks it looks washed out on the other versions I just mentioned. Uh, the everything in reverse. Oh, okay, because I'm using the front camera. So I can choose Super Street Fighter 2 and also Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So it looks it looks much crisp, more sharper compared to the so-called much advanced versions. And also because the resolution is a match, it's much more matching to the TV to the old CRT TV. So say if I play the same games on PS2 or Dreamcast or Xbox, it still looks great. But like what I said before, thanks because of the smothering effect, it looks a bit blurrish and also wash out. It looks crispy sharp. And because the Sega Saturn layout is very similar to the arcade stick, so I prefer to use can. When I was a kid, I like to use uh, reel, but as I grew older, I think can has a much faster movement. Therefore, I like can better than reel. So you may not notice it on the camera, but it looks really great. Uh, when I press the start button, when I pause the screen, eh? Oh, it looks just okay on the camera. Actually, it's dim on actual TV. And something I want to mention here is over here, the live gauge. But the live gauge here is red color. Okay, maybe I should show you. Okay, let me. Maybe I should show you Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 X. There's some difference between if you're playing it on a CRT TV and the flat panel TV, like LED TV, like 4K TV, which are not really suitable for old consoles like Saturn and also PlayStation, because they all these because TV like a 4K TV, the resolutions on 4K TV is way too high for the old consoles. I would say it's like 10 times, 10 times higher. Okay, again, can. I prefer the Sega Saturn version over the other versions. The version I least prefer would be all those emulated Street Fighter 2, because you have to compromise with the uh, okay, it's right here, the live gauge. If you played it on a flat panel TV, it looks flickering. It's like keep on flashing. So it's really because Sega Saturn doesn't has the ability to produce the the transparent effect. So therefore they have to like keep on switching the that part of the live gauge. They have to keep on switching from mesh to empty. So therefore you will see the switch. But on CRT TV, I don't see the flashing at all. I don't see the flickering at all. So I don't know why is it. Maybe it's because the flashing rate is matched with the TV, therefore you don't see the flashing. I don't know. Even if I pause the screen on the CRT TV, I will still see the flickering. So it's actually and also it also reveals something about the graphic, is that the live gauge is actually constantly flickering, constantly switching from empty to mesh and from mesh to empty. So something interesting over here. Yeah, the version I don't prefer would be the one the emulated version of Street Fighter 2, because I would rather not to play. I would rather not to play the Street Fighter 2 at all on the emulated version. It's because one thing, the graphic has been smoothened, and also the device you are going to use to on the emulators you are going to usually emulators works on like PC or like Raspberry Pi box, we call it. So there has only HDMI HD output. There's no other choice like component like S video. Like the game right now actually is a S video output, so it looks really nice on the on this TV. So if it were AV output, it doesn't look this nice. So I would say this is much closer to the actual arcade. When I look at it, I feel like it's the actual arcade version, like as I seen when I was a kid. It looks really close. Whereas the emulated version is like shit. Even if you have the filter, the scan line filters, it's lying to yourself. The scan lines are because when you play the games, when you are playing games on CRT, you don't actually see the scan line. So the scan line on the emulated, the what do we call it, the on the retro pie, on the mame, it looks really fake, it looks artificial. Because when we playing it on a CRT, we don't see the lines. And also the scan line, when you activate the scan line filter, it looks really dark, it looks really dim, so it's not a nice playing experience compared to if you're playing it on the consoles. So, and the second console I would go with would be the Dreamcast version. Following would be Xbox, the original Xbox, and following is the PlayStation 2 version. Of course, PlayStation 1 version, because of the loading time and also the frame rate, I wouldn't prefer to play Street Fighter 2 on it. And so Super Famicom and Mega Drive. Mega Drive is not bad because the control is very similar to Sega Saturn, and also the arcade, the layout, the punch and kick layout, are very similar to the arcade one. So I prefer to play the if you want me to choose, I prefer to play Street Fighter 2 on Mega Drive version. But in terms of audio, I would prefer the Super Famicom version because it sounds better. But in terms of gameplay and the speed, I would prefer Mega Drive. So I got a Mega Drive actually. I will show you guys if I got the time. So this is like a trial video. Yeah, I just want to show how it looks on Sega Saturn. And this is really, I'm very happy to make this video, is because I finally can put this video on YouTube, because I really, when I like something, I really want to share it, and I really want to let people know how good is it. Yeah, so in order to fully enjoy the experience, you have to get the S video input TV. S video TV, and also the S video cable for the Saturn to get the best result out of it. So I think that's it for the moment. Okay, I'll stop it right here.